Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Spider Man Week. As you can see from the title, I decided to really express my thoughts on the current state of the mainstream Spider Man comics. For those who don't know what I mean, I'm talking about the ones that that are published that take place in the mainstream continuity of the Marvel Comics franchise, aka Earth 616. And I've been wanting to discuss this for a very long time. And quite frankly, um, I have been really wanting to talk about this for a very long time because, as some of you guys know, I'm a big Spider Man fan. I've been a big Spider Man fan since I was 7 years old. After my father took me and my brother Edward to the Menlo AMC theater to see the 2002 movie. This was way back in the early 2000s. And I've been a Spider-Man fan ever since. I've watched the 90s animated shows, the 2000 I've watched many of his animated shows and TV shows including the 94 animated series, The Spectacular Spider-Man from 2008, so on and so forth. I played many of his video games. You guys know, probably you're shocked to find out about this, but really shouldn't because I've been a big Spider-Man fan for a very long time. But today I'm going to talk about my personal thoughts and feelings on the current state of Spider-Man's mainstream comic books. And I'm just going to be flat out and be blunt about this. I don't think Spider-Man has truly recovered or truly been the same since Marvel had the audacity to print out One More Day. It's where Spider-Man and Mary Jane make a deal with Mephisto to erase their marriage from history and part of saving Aunt May's life, which to me was, as far as I'm concerned, One More Day is widely regarded as one of the worst comics ever published. Not just when it comes to Spider-Man, but when it comes to comic books in general. And I don't think, even though Spider-Man has had quite a bit of some good story arcs and character defining moments since One More Day, I think there's been a lot more bad than good, especially recently, considering the fact that how shitty of a job Zeb Wells has done with the character in recent years. And Spider-Man, while he's probably, if not arguably, the most popular superhero on the planet right now, and that's mostly due to the movies and his anime and his TV shows and his video games. But when it comes to his comic books, well, yeah, you had some hits in Grim Hunt, Spider-Verse, New Ways to Die, just to name a few. There's been a lot more bad than good when it comes to the more recent run of Spider-Man comics. I think since 2007, 2008, Marvel has published more bad than good Spider-Man comic books. And that to me is an absolute fucking disgrace, considering the fact that a lot of people have gotten the impression, including myself to some extent, have gotten the impression that the people at Marvel don't really, either they don't know really what to do for the character or they just have no respect for this character, which to me is an absolute disgrace because of the fact that Spider-Man is Marvel's number one character. He's their face of the franchise. He's the number one character. He's the one character that's brought in the most revenue, the most money, the most commercial success of any of their characters. That includes the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and even the Avengers. He's been outselling them like it was like by miles. And while I do love the character, I think the character, in all honesty, hasn't truly been the same since One More Day. And I really blame one particular person for this, and that was Marvel's former editor-in-chief, who was the editor at the time, in Joe Quesada. Now, Joe Quesada may be a nice guy, he may be a good writer, but for him to have the audacity to say the reason why he ended the marriage between Spider-Man and Mary Jane is that A, he didn't want to age the characters, which to me is poorly stated or poorly elaborated. What do you mean you don't want to age the characters? Every character ages, you know what I'm saying? And B, he preferred Spider-Man as a single man. First and foremost, Spider-Man went through a natural progression in his life like everyone else does. He was a single guy, finding love, finding friends. Then one day he found someone he wanted to spend the rest of his life with and got married. That's common to a lot of people. I mean, my father went through that in his lifetime. My mother went that in her lifetime. Eventually found each other and they got married. They married each other. And of course, brought me and my brother into this world. But that's a different. But of course, to me, I think Marvel just really wants this character to suffer. I mean, the way they're writing him in the current state of the comics is just absolutely disgraceful. I mean, sure, he's still married to MJ in the MC2 Marvel Comics universe, aka the Marvel Comics 2 universe, Earth 928. Yes, he's still married to her in the Renew Your Vows franchise. He's still married to her in the new Ultimate Spider in the new Ultimate Universe, which I think is labeled Earth 6160 or 6160, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the bottom line is that Spider-Man, while is still a great character, Spider-Man truly has not been the same since One More Day. And as I said before, I blame Joe Quesada. I blame Joe Quesada for what he did with that character. I mean, most overwhelming majority of Spider-Man fans didn't give a shit he was married. A lot of us liked it when he was married. We felt in more ways it made him more mature, it made him more humanized, it made him more responsible in some aspects. But the fact of the matter is that the fact that Marvel chooses to make this character suffer the way they've been doing lately is just fucking disgraceful. And yes, I am aware there have been times where they've gotten back together, but it hasn't been permanent. And I blame the people at Marvel. I blame the people at Marvel. Hey, Jet Smith, welcome to the live stream. Anyway, but as I was saying, I blame the people at Marvel, especially in particular Joe freaking Quesada, for what he did with that character, for what he did. I know he left Marvel. I don't know what company he's working at right now, but the bottom line is what this guy did with Spider-Man was just pure, utter disgrace. I know Stan Lee defended their decision, but to be brutally honest, we'll understand why the man defended, because after all, he helped create those characters. But the bottom line is that Mary Jane wasn't the problem. The fact that Joe Quesada said, I didn't want to age the characters. What the hell you mean you didn't want to age the character? Every character ages. Superman has aged. Batman has aged. Wonder Woman has aged. Hell, these characters are much older than Spider-Man. In terms of publication history, these characters have lasted for more than friggin' 7 to 8 decades. Spider-Man has been around since 1962. June 5th of 1962. So what the hell are you talking about, Joe? So literally, in all honesty, as I said before, I haven't really liked a lot of the mainstream Spider-Man comics post One More Day, Brand New Day, and One Moment in Time. I literally honestly felt that you could have just let Aunt May die. Don't get me wrong, I love Aunt May. She's a great character. But if you were going to kill her off, go with it. And the way they wrote Spider-Man in One More Day was so out of character. He was a selfish man-child. And the fact that Iron Man wasn't willing to put their bullshit aside to help his Aunt May, that Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme at the time, one of the most powerful magical beings in the Marvel Comics franchise, couldn't heal her from a fucking bullet wound, it's just bullshit to me. And the fact of the matter is, One More Day is one of the worst comic books of all time, and for a good fucking reason. And I read the comic and I wanted to go out, piss on it, and light it on fire. I read it at one of my public libraries, one of my local / public libraries, and I literally wanted to just destroy that comic. So bad. I mean, damn. I'm just absolutely disgusted on what Marvel has done with the character in recent years. I mean, it's like this is a character that has brought you millions upon billions of fans for over 6 decades. He's brought you the most money, he's brought you the most sales, he's brought you the most revenue, and yet you continue to make this character suffer. The Insomniac Spider-Man from the video games has been better written and developed than the mainstream comic counterpart, and that's saying something. What Insomniac has done with the character of Peter Benjamin Parker in their video games is been better than what Marvel has done with the mainstream comic, with the genuine article, the OG Spider-Man from the mainstream continuity. The video game version, the Insomniac version, which is based on the mainstream comic version, the original comic version, has been written and developed better than the original comic version. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Insomniac Spider-Man games. They are excellent. So what the hell? What Sony's video game division and Insomniac have done with the character is just like it's what they've done with that character is nothing short of amazing. No pun intended. But the bottom of the line is that the comic version, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, One More Day needs to be retconned. It has to. I mean, and when I read One More Day, I felt so disrespected and ashamed. I felt embarrassed reading that comic book. It is one of the worst pieces of literature, and yes, comic books are pieces of literature, that I've ever fucking read in my life. It is that bad of a comic book. It is the most hated, disdained Spider-Man comic of all time, and for good fucking reason. Because of how poorly written the shit was. So, I love Spider-Man. He's a great character and will always be a great character in my eyes, heart, and soul. But the way they did with that fucking character is just fucking embarrassing. Zeb Wells needs to be fired from writing Spider-Man. If I was one of the editors, if I was the editor-in-chief and I saw what he's been fucking doing, I'm like, you're fired. You're fired. Pack your bags, or better yet, pack your bag. I would tell him, pack your bags and get the fuck out. You're done. Get out of my fucking building, bitch. You're a goddamn disgrace. Like, I literally do not understand why Marvel continues to just shit on this character. I mean, Stan Lee, look, I understand he defended One More Day, which is fine. He's entitled to his opinion. But fucking Christ, man. Fucking Christ, man. Like, shit. Motherfucker, like, I literally don't understand why Marvel continues to poorly write this character, poorly develop this character, and just continue to make the character suffer in his own personal life. It's like they have a personal vendetta against the character. I Hey Johnny boy, pardon me if I'm a little bit down in the dumps. I'm expressing my thoughts on the current state of the mainstream Spider-Man comic books. So, um, but yeah, fuck, like shit. Like, I love this character. My love for the character will always be immense, will always be massive, but I gotta call it the way I see it. You know, a lot of people want to shit on Dan Slott. I think Dan Slott, um, 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 but I'm just fucking saying, like, Spider Man obviously is a legendary and iconic character for a lot of very good reasons. But it's time to do this character justice. It's time to give the fans what we wanted, what we truly want. And that's for Peter to be happy. I'm not saying his life has to be picture perfect, but happy. When he was married, yeah, he went through shit in his life, but for the most part, he was fucking happy. And Peter, post One More Day, Brand New Day, One Moment at a Time, he hasn't been happy. But fucking shit, it's like, I'm just, fucking disgusted with what Marvel has done with this character in recent years. For the most part, I'm not saying what they've all of his comics post One More Day, Brand New Day, One More Time have been shit. That's not what I'm saying. Most of it, a majority of the shit they put out from Spider-Man in recent years, hold on one second, Johnny, has been shit. I mean, I've been disgusted with what Marvel has done, and I think, um hey Addison, welcome to the live stream. But yeah, it's been like, what the fuck? Uh,
What's up, buddy?
hey Johnny, how are you?
Hey, man, long time, man. Hope all is well. Been catching you up on your PS streaming that you've been doing, man. You've been killing it.
Thank you. I'm doing it on New Game Plus. Anyway, I'm just been venting out my frustration on the current state of the mainstream Spider-Man comic books, and I've been just fucking disgusted. I mean, I have said that some of it has been good, but I think most of it has been terrible. Like this guy Zeb Wells, he's been doing a shit job writing Spider-Man. I mean, people are crazy. I mean, people, from what I've seen on YouTube for what this guy's done, I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
Agreed. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I mean, it needs to change. Like, I mean, thank God for. I mean, I don't know what your take on like what Tom Holland is doing right now.
Well, we're
And
talking about the comic books. The movies, I love Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland's done a good job with the character. He's probably my second favorite behind Tobey Maguire. Number three is Andrew Garfield, but I don't hate him. I
and,
don't hate him.
and that's what I mean. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, thank God that we have that. Because you're right, the comics within the Spider-Man right now, it's bad.
No, they're not making. I'm sorry. No, they're not making him woke, Addison. It's just that they're writing. Like just because it's bad writing doesn't mean it's woke. Like they're poorly making him too much of a man child, making him too stupid at times. Like they're not. I made a video defending Mary Jane Watson's character from the comic books, and I pretty much stated that yeah, how Kirsten Dunst portrayed her and how she was written in the Sam Raimi movies was not very good. It didn't exactly do the character justice, which in
Agreed.
my opinion was Sam Raimi's biggest mistake. Because in the comic book, she's a great character. Because if you remember her from the '94 animated series, from the Spectacular Spider-Man animated show from 2008, what the hell happened?
I don't know. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You disconnected for some oddball reason.
That was weird.
But yeah, I have been a fan. Looks, I mean, Tom Holland has done a great job. I mean, it was great seeing him with the other two Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield. No Way Home was a great movie.
It was. And I'm with you, Charles. Like, I'm cool to curse on here, right?
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a kid show.
Yeah, I'm tired of them trying to make Spider-Man a pussy because it's what's happening, bro. You and I, we come from when, I mean, in the animated series, fucking Peter Parker was this pretty diesel in shape type of dude.
Well, if you looked how built up he was in the animated series, he looked like he was a football player. But if you remember in high school, he was a skinny kid. And when he got his superpowers, he got speed, strength, and all that. He really didn't become more muscular, I felt, when John Romita Sr. drew him. John Romita Sr. is one of the greatest artists of all time. His son's good, don't get me wrong, but John Romita, if you looked at John Romita Sr.'s artwork, holy shit, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know, Charles, who's a person that you should probably look into? That's actually really good. This guy named Matty. I think it's New York Matty, right? He's on Midnight Mike's show and all that. And me and him were talking comic books the other night, actually, as well. And you know who? Boomtown.
Yeah, Boomtown was a huge comic book fan too. He loves Spider-Man too. And you know, but as I was saying, like, I blame all of this shit, not all on Zeb Wells. What Zeb Wells has done recently is terrible. I blame that on Joe Quesada. Because he said this why he broke up the match. Oh, I didn't want to age the characters. The fuck you mean you didn't want to age the characters? Everyone ages. Correct. If you meant age badly, and I have to call bullshit on that because Superman has aged well, Batman has aged well, Wonder Woman has aged well. All these characters that have stood for several plus decades have stood the test of time.
Yeah.
And the fact, have you ever read the Spider-Girl comics with Mayday Parker?
I have not, no.
I have read some of them. They were pretty good. They take place in a continent called the Marvel Comics 2 universe, Earth 928. They're really damn good. Or is it Earth 982? Let me look up this shit up. Let me share my screen real quick.
Let's do it.
Share screen. Google.
But other than that, other than this, what's going on? You've been good, Charles?
Oh, I've been doing great, you know. Mayday Parker. Oh, this is Image. Wait, hold the fuck on.
We're going good?
Yeah, she's part of the MC2 Marvel Universe. She's a really good character. Yeah. Yes, Earth 982. I was right. Earth 982. But yeah, she's the daughter of Mary Jane Watson and Peter Parker. They have another child named Benji who could spin organic webs from his wrists. He's a baby too. But yeah, I mean, shit.
Isn't there a Spider-Man in one universe that one of the universes that he has the body of a human but the head of a spider?
You mean Man Spider?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's the part of the 90s, and I don't remember that. Oh wait, no. I forgot, but I might have to look that up when I get the chance. But she's a really good character, Mayday Parker. She's one of my favorite characters in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man Multiverse, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, I'm fucking tired of what Marvel. I mean, this is their number one character.
Agreed. What's your take on the Into the Spider-Verse with the Miles?
Oh, I love those movies with Miles Morales and Spider-Man. You know, they're doing the live-action Spider-Man Noir series with Nicolas Cage.
Are they? Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Dude, hopefully that becomes good.
I hope so, too. That's pretty crazy that they're doing that. I could not believe that.
And I have actually read the Spider-Man Noir comics. They're really fucking good. Like, they're really a darker take on Spider-Man. And in that universe, he uses guns.
Yeah, which is about time. They showed him in the Into the Spider-Verse.
The first one, yes. Yeah. And Nick Cage did a great job.
Yeah. So, dude, that's dope, man. I mean, Has anything ever been announced about who they're gonna make as the Ghost Rider, the new Ghost Rider?
I don't know yet, man. Because
That's one of my favorite comic books, man. Like
I
I
love Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, and
I forgot who won. I think either Keanu Reeves wanted to play him or something.
but Nicolas Cage did it, right?
The first one I thought he did a pretty decent job. The second one I have no idea what the hell they were thinking.
Dude, they went left on that shit with the whole like they could have made it really good, right? But they just went like super left with it. Like I was like, what is
I
going
mean,
on?
super left.
Like it just didn't go the right path of what's
Oh,
going
but I
on.
remember watching this clip from the second one where he pisses out fire and shit. He's like, shh.
Yeah, dude, you remember that? And I'm like,
You gotta admit that it may have been cringeworthy, but that shit was kind of fucking hilarious.
it was, you're right. But again, what was the reasoning behind it? Like,
So we can piss out flames, baby. Woo! But no, with all due seriousness, though, I mean, I fucking just Marvel needs to stop. Marvel Comics needs to stop this shit, like, because he's doing great in the movies, he's doing great in the games, he's doing great in the television shows, but he can't be great in the mainstream comic books. Like, what the hell?
agreed.
One of my favorite post One More Day Spider-Man comic book story arcs is New Ways to Die. That's when Eddie becomes Anti-Venom. That shit was hot.
Yeah, that shit was dope. You're right.
I also liked Spider-Verse. You know, the whole Spider-Verse shit started with the series finale of the 94 Spider-Man animated series.
Did it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because remember, like, toward the two-part finale, he's teaming up with alternate versions of himself where they got to stop this evil version from destroying all of existence. Or you didn't get that far in the show.
Well, I'm excited to see all the different things that are coming out finally out of the Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to see how they're going to evolve the Morbius and the Craven pieces very soon all together with Spider-Man, because those are one of his really, really huge arch nemesis.
Well, Morbius is not really a villain. He's really more of an anti. He's a vampire that hates being a vampire. Yes, when he's a threat, but he's not really a villain. Craven is just, I'm not into the Craven movie. Neither is Addison. Like, I don't like them making him an anti-hero. Like, I mean, I have nothing against I forgot who's playing Craven in the movie. It's the same guy that played Quicksilver, right, in Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Yep.
And while the guy may be a great Craven, I think the movie is going to be garbage because I don't trust Sony. And I did see the new Venom trailer. I have mixed feelings about that.
I haven't seen it.
It has some good moments. I mean, look, I love Tom Hardy. I mean, I think he's a talented actor. And he's done some good with the character Eddie Brock/Venom. Venom. But to me, I think most of us can agree he was better as Bane because of the writing and source material he was given. But I can't. I may go see that movie. I still have to watch the second one. That's the one with Woody Harrelson, right? With that shitty red hair.
Yeah.
I like Woody Harrelson too. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I still gotta watch the second Zombieland movie. I heard that was fantastic.
See, I heard mixed reviews on it. I heard that it wasn't that good. I didn't watch it because the first one to me is a classic.
Oh, the first one's a masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly. So the double tap.
Yeah. And that's with Emma Stone, that other chick, and Emma Stone's fucking gorgeous. I don't care what anybody says.
She is.
She's married now, right? She's married to a musician or something?
I hope not.
No, she's married now.
I know, so I'm saying I hope not.
Why not?
There could be a chance for me and you, Charles.
But you're fucking married.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, not Emma Watson, you meatball. Emma Stone. Emma Stone. Who's she married to? She's married to David McCary. He is a comedian.
Oh, she makes her laugh. See? You could have done that, Charles.
But I just man, I'm just.
It's all good, brother. all right, Charles. Well, look, I'm gonna head out, man. I wanted to come up here, show some love, because we've been missing the streams from you. All the boys
And
always.
stay tuned for June 5th, because that's Spider-Man Day. So I will do a live stream there on that day as well.
I got you, buddy.
Take care, okay, man?
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Dude. Take care of yourself. All right.
I will. Thank you. So yeah, man. I mean, Emma Watson, although she is very attractive too. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.